Hello Libra, how are you? Welcome back to Marie and K Tarot. This is going to be a reading for August 2025, and we're going to have a look and see what energies are coming up. Just to see if we can look and gain some insight, gain some knowledge, and see the cards that we are using. As we are going to be using the Find Your Own Way Oracle by Ari Wisner, who is a Libra. And we are going to be using Visionary Woman Tarot by Kristine Gorman, who is a Leo. Just because I know these things, because I'm very lucky to know both of these individuals. Okay, so let's get stuck into this. So how are you, Libra? What you been up to? Anything exciting? Feels like ages since I spoke to you, because obviously I had to have that month off because of my voice. So I've missed you. And thank you so much for looking after Bex. She is fabulous. I hope you've all went and subscribed to her podcast, Confessions of a Tarot Reader. I have actually done an episode with her and it was so much fun. So let's see what we got, what's going on here. Boom. Collect your own wisdom. Oh, look, Libra, if you are a reader and you need an excuse to go and buy some new books, here it is. Here's your new. That was just like the vision that came to mind there. It was like any Libras watching this who are like book readers and looking for an excuse to go to whether Barnes and Noble or Waterstones or something, and just treat yourself to some sprayed edge new books, or that hardback version of the favourite book you've been reading. The Empyrean series, if you know, you know, guys. But yeah, collect your own wisdom. And I think, you know, Libra, you're one of these signs that are very good at collecting wisdom. You know, you're the balancing nature of the zodiac. You're the sign that, you know, rules over justice and law and order and harmony. And I think that wisdom, and I think, you know, you've been given that title because of the wisdom that you naturally contain within yourselves. You know, you can basically see through the bullshit. You know, let's be honest about this. I'm very grateful for my stellium in Libra that I have. It's challenging, but I do love it. And I recognise the fact that it's been very necessary in my life. And it's played an important part in my career choices. So enough about me. But honestly, over this month, collect your own wisdom. And I think what this is saying as well is go back into the depths of your library. You know, if you know your personal library, that alphabetical filing cabinet in your head. You know, if there's something comes up this month and it feels kind of slightly familiar, you might have had experience it before, you know, and you're like, oh right, okay, well, this is just what I'm going to do now, and I can solve this problem by doing X, Y, and Z like I did before. You know, that's what it feels like. It feels like anything that comes up this month, you already have the answer within yourself to fix it. Okay, my loves. So hopefully that makes sense. And we can get stuck into the tarot proper. So can I have some cards, please, for Libra for August 2025, please? August 25. Where's this year going, Libra? It's scary. Right. Let's see. We have got the Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. Look at you showing up for yourself. Excellent. Get the King of Wands. Get the Queen of Wands. Oof. We've got the Ten of Swords. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Big energies here. The bottom of the deck, we have got the Eight of Swords. Okay, so Definitely some Gemini energy showing up for you here, Libra, but we've also got loads of fire. Wow. And two aces. Amazing. The two receptive aces. So things are definitely coming towards you. And isn't that, how funny is that, Libra? I'm just talking about the Empyrean series, and there's you showing up your Queen of Swords with your dragon behind you. I love that card so much. For any watchers, for anybody who's watching who does not know what the Empyrean series is, it is a book series, and it starts with Fourth Wing. And if you've not heard it, then please go listen to it, read it, audiobook, actual physical book, ebook, just read it so that your friends who've read the 3 books can talk to you about it. Okay? Just do it. But yeah, Libra, so what I would suggest is, there's these really big energies coming up for you this month. There's opportunity. There's opportunity where it feels like you are in the receiving end of these opportunities. People are going to come to you, and this could be this King and Queen of Wands situation here. Now, what's interesting to me is a combination that I really like looking at the court cards, right, and energies that I really like is the Queen of Swords with the King of Wands. Okay, because it's like the King of Wands brings that fire and that, that mastery, passion, if you like, and the Queen of Swords, she gives it this kind of, she adds the air to it and makes it, and just, she brings the clarity, if you like. Now, with this Queen of Wands in the mix as well, it could be the other side of a personality. It feels to me like it's another person. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing, right? I'm going to read this list. Now, we are not being gender specific here, right? So when I'm talking about a Queen of Swords, it can be male, female, or, something that a non-binary person. But there is someone, right? So the Queen of Swords, it feels strongly that this is you, okay? And here you are with your Ace of Cups, with potential, with this emotional potential. And there is a King of Wands in your life, right? Queen of Swords. Did I say Queen of Cups there? No, I didn't. I know. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords, right? So there you are with your dragon. And the King of Wands shows up. And he's like, right, let's go. I've got this idea. I've got an idea how to take this emotional potential into something amazing, right? And you're like, oh yeah, fantastic. This is amazing. Yay, yay, yay. But then it feels like then there's another individual, a second individual, who's got a very similar nature to this King of Wands person, but there's just something missing, right? There just seems to be a wee bit something that you're not quite sure about, Libra. And you're going to that, your tried and tested default setting, the scales, the balancing it out, and the pros and the cons. But this Queen of Wands character feels like a Gemini, okay? I love Geminis. I adore them, right? But it just feels like having next to the Ten of Swords, which is a card of Gemini, it feels like it would be, see this smoke billowing, it feels like engaging with the two individuals, it would cause too much fire. And it would cause dangerous fire, as an uncontrollable fire. So your idea, this nice gentle idea that you've got, where one bit of fire is enough, but add more and it's just going to burn itself out. And that's what it feels like. And if it burns itself out, then it will not get to the Ace of Pentacles stage, right? That's one way you're looking at these cards. The other way you're looking at these cards is forgetting about that and aiming for that, okay? It's entirely up to you. This is harder. This is harder than this, right? Because here's this ace and it's coming towards the Queen of Swords. It's coming towards you, and the King of Wands is going to help you. And they're going to help you get to there, right? If you go that way, then this is harder, right? This is difficult. This is making it more complicated than it needs to be. Right, so in order to get to for your Ace of Cups to your Ace of Pentacles, go through yourself and whoever the King of Wands as it shows up. Now remember, the difference between the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands is the King of Wands has mastered that. I mean, the King of Wands is the self-made entrepreneur, right? The Queen of Wands is deeply passionate. She knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's doing. But there's still, it feels too emotional. There's passion, but there's also emotion. And when you're being the Queen of Swords, Libra, you need a mastery. You know, you need to be confident in who you are discussing this with. And it could be that it's just easier to work with the King of Wands person as opposed to the Queen of Wands person. You know, it could be the King of Wands is really happy to allow, that's the wrong word, but the King of Wands likes to bask in their victory, but also the basking in their victory shines to others, shines to those closest to them. Whereas just me personally, it feels like a Queen of Wands, she likes to be there on her own. You know, it's like it's her light and nobody else's light. So whatever this project has you've got going on, and these opportunities that are coming towards you in August, be very careful. It may be two similar offers, but take the one that you know that is tried and tested, that can prove, that's it, that can prove themselves. You know, they can say, look, this is my track record, here's all the things I've been involved in, here's how I've been able to help other people, okay, as opposed to the unknown commodity. It just feels like it'll be too much. There'll be too much and it'll just get messy. So path of least resistance, Libra, is going this way. Your Eight of Swords is just confirming this, that without you taking decisive action, you will remain trapped. Okay, go this way, you'll be trapped in all the thoughts. Go this way, and it's a much clearer path. Okay, Libra, I do feel like I've been kind of rambling with that, but it made sense as I was in it. So I hope it makes sense to you. Have a really good month. Take care, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.